you all, it's your girl Cammy, and we are back here in the lounge with another special guest who's joining us. I want to give a round of applause and a virtual welcome to Amoré, who is an
Yes,
indie neo
hey.
soul. Yes, hey girl, she is a neo soul R&B songstress, tuning all the way in from the West Coast, California. Welcome, Amoré.
Thank you so much, Cammy. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I don't know what to expect, but I'm gonna, do my best. But thank you for having me this morning.
Yes, yes. And thank you so much for being here with us. We really do appreciate it. And so
Yes.
let's get right into the conversation.
Okay.
I want to rewind, take folks back to when you first started. And before we get to where you are now in your music career, I want to rewind and talk about why you decided to pursue this career. And also, how did you decide to get into entertainment?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Do you want me to answer all that at once or?
Yeah, we can take it bit by
Okay.
bit.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I've always known, you know how some people say that they know what they were born to do.
Mhm.
I can truly say that I identify with that. I knew what I was born to do. I started singing at a very young age. I used to go to, which is so funny. I went to a Catholic school, and it was just a different type of experience for me. And just the style of singing that they did there,
Mhm.
and me being, I want to say I was about, when I was like, yeah, this is it. I want to say about 7. I was
Wow.
at after school program at my Catholic school, right? And I heard these soulful voices that were rehearsing inside of the church. And I was just like, wait a minute, that's not like the normal mass that I'm used to hearing. I'm used to hearing the hee hoo hoo, that whole vibe. And I was like, this is different. And so I kind of like wiggled my way inside of the church to see what was going on. And it was this gospel choir called the Johnson's Mass Choir, and they were rehearsing. And I was just like, oh my God, like I just, something about just the presence of this being connected to God, as well as just you could hear the passion in the singing. It was just so different for me, and I was like, I found my thing. I think this is it. I think this is what I want to do. And I sat
Mhm.
for the whole rehearsal, and eventually this is me at 7 years old. Now this is how boldness. Okay. I approached the choir director and was like, I would really love to be a part of your choir. I don't know if you
Mhm.
have little kids or not, but I definitely would love to, be a part of this if I can. And he was like, very like, like you're a child, like you're 7, telling me you want to be a part of this choir. And I'm like, yeah, no, I really want to do this. And so that same day, I actually went home and told my mom all about it, and, told her that, I wanted to join this choir. And she's just like, okay, Amore, you want to join this choir? Let me go see what this is all about. And it ended up being a wonderful experience for me. And it just, kind of steamrolled what I was already loving and already into. And it made me who I am today, where I love God and I love the gift that he has given me to give to the world. So I'm just embracing it day by day, and trying to do the best with whatever time I have left to
Yeah.
be to him. And of course, spreading good music, things that are, because music is a healing to me, and I feel like that
Mhm.
is something that is necessary with all the other music going on. That healing music is still needed. So yeah, at a tender age, girl, 7 years old, I was like, yeah, this is it. I love it. And my mom was very in tune with what I was doing. Like
Yeah.
she saw it, and so she just she molded it. She continued to just manicure it and help me become who I was. She never tried to, make me choose something different. She saw who I was. And I appreciate that, because it has made me the artist I am today, where I am, bold and I am confident, and I love what I do. I love singing. I love singing to people. I love how it makes people feel. I love how
Yeah.
it makes me feel. Not only am I healing myself, I'm healing people.
Mhm.
So we're joining in together in this healing process. And I'm just, it just does good to my soul. So very young I
Yeah.
am. So,
Yeah.
and
And oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, no, no. Go ahead, Tammy.
No, I was just going to say, you speak of being bold and confident, which leads me to my next question, which is affirmations. What are
Yes.
some of those affirmations that you just speak to yourself, not only as a songstress, but as just like an overall creative?
You know what? I look at myself every day and I say, I know what you're about. You are about light. You are about truth. You are about
Mm,
love. And I need you to go into this world and you to spread that to these people, whether they receive it or not. If you touch one person, at least one person, you are doing a job well done. And I tell myself that on a daily basis because this world is tough.
yeah.
The people in it, not everybody's very welcoming sometimes, but when your light is overshadowing, what's going on, in front of you, it's like that doesn't even stop your walk. It doesn't stop what you have come to give the world. And so I definitely have to remind myself, that you are light and you are here to do good and, go out into this world and make a difference because you can and we need you to. And so, those are some things that I speak with myself and continue to encourage myself, the people around me. I have a great support system that when like I'm still human, so I still have my days where it's like, oh, it feels so tough today. It's so heavy, but where they pick me up and they remind me of my greatness and, that's extremely important, everybody. I mean, to have a great support system because it is tough. You're still human and you still have your human moments, you know what I mean? And,
Right.
when days I can't speak life into myself, I'm grateful that I have people I can call on that can speak life to me to help me get out of that rut. So yeah, that's how I do it. And just looking at my surroundings, the people that are watching me and my
Yeah.
kids, my family, it just gives me that much more of a like a to keep going, and to
Yeah.
accomplish my goals. So
I
yeah.
love it. I love that. That's very inspirational. So thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
that. And then
Absolutely.
also, I think it's so important not only, being a singer, but in any industry, knowing your why, right? So what do you feel is your why of why you got your start in entertainment and then also as a songstress in the music industry?
I think my why is, to for women out there, mothers, for wives. I didn't know eventually that would be my life, but I knew, at some point I would be those things, right? And I feel like I represent those dreamers that are sleeping, a lot
Mm,
of mothers, a lot of wives, we get in those positions and we wear those hats and we push our dreams off to the side because
mhm,
now it becomes about the family and the focus
mm,
of what they're going to do. And we forget about ourselves,
mhm.
and that is a very significant and intricate part of yourself when you're not fully happy and you're not living in your why, it
Right.
makes life a little bit more, tough. But when you're living in what you know that you've been called or purpose to do here on earth,
Mm,
it makes things a lot, more balanced, a lot more easier. And I have to say that I represent the dreamers. I represent the mothers out there that still have dreams that they still sit, even though they haven't embarked on them again. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But it keeps them burning where it's like, you know what? I can still do this. Why can't I? She's a mother, she's a wife. Like, why can't I can do it too? So I represent all of these beautiful women out there that, still have dreams and still want to pursue things that, that they've always loved to do. So I represent you. I represent us, as women.
Yeah, I love that. Represent, represent. I love that.
Yes.
And so also, how would you describe or before we get into that, I know your song "Summertime," right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Which summertime is basically here. I mean, we are in the springtime, but summertime is here. So I want to play this quick game with you
Okay.
called
Okay.
turn up or turn down. So I'm gonna ask you like three questions, and basically
Okay.
you just let me know: would you turn up on it, or would you go outside for it, or would you stay inside? Because everybody's saying we outside.
Right.
So
Right.
my first question to you is someone not paying for a date. We outside or we staying inside?
You said not paying for a date?
Yes.
Hmm.
Amore, what you gonna do?
Look, it really depends because I don't need anybody to pay for me. But
Okay,
I mean,
okay,
if you're gonna be a gentleman, or if it's a girlfriend's day, we usually pitch in all together. But if you're a gentleman, you're gonna take
okay.
care of the lady. Period. Point blank.
Okay, okay. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
And then also, if you uh are choosing between a seafood restaurant or a carry out joint, we outside or we staying inside? Which one?
Ooh, we outside. We gonna go to because it's gonna be vibes there. I'm sure in the I've definitely experienced Atlanta. I went to a Seapoint food joint out there, and it was
Okay,
vibes there. So
okay,
I would be outside for that. Definitely.
okay. And then last but not least, if your friends call you late, we going outside or we staying inside? Like if they,
Ooh, girl.
if they get them ready
Ooh.
late,
Yeah, I'm one of those people that I do feel like I have to be out by a certain time. If I'm not
Okay,
out by that time, then I'm definitely I'm gonna cozy right into my bed.
okay. I know that's right. I definitely
So if
don't blame you.
I love my beauty sleep, and I love to, I'm a homebody for the most
Okay,
part, but when it's lucrative, oh yeah, your girl is outside,
okay, okay,
definitely.
okay. Well, thank you for playing the game of we outside or we staying inside because I wanted to
Yes.
dedicate that to your song "Summertime," which I love so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and I know it has over like 100,000 views on YouTube the last I checked. So
Yes,
you
ma'am.
on to something.
It's such a blessing, with the years of work that I've put in. I'm just like, wow, just to see the manifestation it's starting to really flow. And I'm just like, all right, this isn't all, this is all in well doing. It's not in vain. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the support, and I'm grateful that people are starting to receive me and see who I am as an artist, so got to keep going, got to keep the train rolling.
Yeah. Now let's talk about what you're currently working on at the moment. What are you like stirring up in the kitchen?
Well, mm, 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 mm. I am actually in the process of completing my first EP. The title is called Finally, Finally, which is so self-explanatory. Where over the years, I'm very particular about what I want to sound like, and I didn't want to put anything out there that was prematurely made. Just to say, oh, I got a record out there. I wanted to connect, and I wanted to make sense as to where the storyline makes sense throughout my whole process of this journey. And so finally is going to be released this summer. I am so, oh my God, I'm so elated about it because I've been putting in so much work on it. And I just, I have those nervous feelings, but I trust myself. And like I said, I am very confident in who I am and who God has created me to be, that I'm finally just going to take that step of faith and say, you know what? Here it is, world. Take it or leave it, and on to the next project. You know what I mean? Where just keep it going. You know what I'm saying? So finally will be out this summer. So be on the lookout. I'm so, so excited. Talking
Okay.
about soulful, you talking about
Yes.
R&B, you talking about
Okay.
love songs from a woman's perspective. Oh, yes, it's about to be
Okay.
on.
Okay. And then also, if we are to turn the next page in the chapter of your book of life, your book of just working in music as a songstress, what's
Yes.
next, even outside of being, a musician and an artist?
Once I have this dream of, after I, make it along in my music career, is I want to actually open a performing arts center for youth.
Ooh.
And reason being is because, there are a lot of young creatives out there that don't, feel like nowhere to go. Let's put it like that. They don't have things that they can identify with, because being a creative comes with a lot of different parts, and when you can put them in a place where they're able to be their full creative selves and really embark, where there's no judgment, they're around adults that are creatives as well. I feel like that gives them the opportunity of growth and gives them the opportunity to explore even deeper than the surfaces that they realize, because they get to be around in the element of others that are just like them. and other youth like them. And, that's what I want to retire doing, is opening the doors for young creatives, letting them explore and get, be the next Amoré, be the next, whoever, but be the next them, you know what I mean? But where they are living in their true purpose, living in their true selves, instead of, oh, you got to be a doctor because that's what your dad did or your mom, or, it's like, that might not be what you want to do. That might not be your journey, you know what I mean? So that they have people to identify with. So that is definitely my end game once I'm, done hitting all these amazing stages all over the world, is to have a performing arts center for youth, and give them the support that they need, as well as learning, giving them tools such as communication and these things that we don't necessarily learn anymore, that they're not learning from parents, where they can actually have that support system too. So yeah, that's one of my end game goals
All
for
right.
sure.
And then
Yeah.
really quick, where can folks follow you? I know we're going to have the QR code right here, which folks can scan and, stay up to date with all you're doing. But what are some of your socials that folks can
Yeah,
tap in with?
absolutely. So IG, you can follow me at Amoré the Songstress. It's Amore, the spelled just THE, Songstress all together. And that'll be on actually all of my social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter. And just to make it all easy, if you just go to www.amoréthesongstress.com, that'll show you where everything is. So I mean, you can see my music videos, you can download my, my music that I have that is out right now, as well as, just seeing different interviews, a little bit more in depth about me. And yeah, that's the go-to spot, www.amoréthesongstress.com. That's where
I
you can totally
love
find
this.
everything.
I love
Yes.
this. Your personality definitely jumps through the screen. So just seeing you
Thank
right
you.
here, I'm like, oh my gosh, because I was watching Summertime and I was like, this is going to be the summertime jam for real.
Come
I mean, people are
on. We
already
speaking
in
that.
on it.
Yes.
Yes. But I mean, I was dancing. I was like, it's time for the summertime. I might
Yes.
not as
Yes.
well as you, but but I
And
was
that's
getting down
it.
in my
That's
room
it.
because I'm ready for the summertime myself. So
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And a big thing about that record is like, I made it like literally in like the middle of winter time, right? And people are like, you're gonna release, this song talking about summertime, and I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, we've been in a pandemic, and we had to sit in this. Summertime doesn't have to just be when summertime comes. Summertime is whenever we want to make it. It could be fun
mm,
every single day, and that's what the record is explaining. It's like, yo, we can make a party whenever we want to. It doesn't have to just be for the summertime. So it kind of has that little hidden message in it that, yeah, it's summertime, but for the most part, summertime is whenever you want it to be. The fun is wherever you show up. You know
I
what I
love
mean?
that.
Yeah. So
I love
that's what
that.
I
Make it feel like you want
definitely.
to make it.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
So
Well,
thank
thank you.
you.
Yeah, thank you, Amore, for taking a seat here in the Trensetta Lounge. This has been so much fun. And definitely tap in with Amore for those who are tuning in. Definitely stay up to date with all she's doing. And finally, her EP is coming out soon. So stay
Yes.
tuned for that for those folks who are tuning in. So thank you so much. And we will
Thank
see you
you.
all soon.
Thank you for having me.